With Mizner Park maintaining itself as the focal point of downtown Boca Raton and really upscale living and shopping in South Florida, you would think it should influence everything in its direct vicinity. And that will certainly be the case if this next construction project goes through. James and Marta Batmasian submitted their preliminary plans to the city's Planning Advisory Review Board in June, intending to build an 11-story hotel on Mizner Plaza. And if you're unfamiliar with where I'm at, it's just across the street from the south end of Mizner Park. It would run east to west from Mizner Boulevard over to northeast First Ave. The land I'm standing on is 1.6 acres, and the project would consist of two buildings, one with 153 rooms, averaging around 445 square feet each. The other would be 113 rooms with an average space of 1,300 square feet. Like so many of these other projects lately, this is intended to be a mixed-use development. The first and second floor will be set aside for just 32,000 square feet for retail and restaurants. That's 32,400 square feet, 16,200 for retail, 16,200 for the restaurants. And if you think these are just random investors ready to impulsively drop money on the next big project in the area, you'd be very mistaken. The Batmasians firm is very well known around here. Their name is Investments Limited. You've definitely seen the signs in the area if you live in Boca Raton. They've built their success on acquiring overlooked properties of any size, which they tend to clean up. And they typically make them more attractive for potential projects, big and small. The Batmasians are considered the largest private real estate owners in Boca Raton. They've been building their portfolio since the early 80s in Palm Beach County. And in this case, property records show that the Batmasians, Investments Limited, have owned the 170 Northeast 2nd Street building since 2013 and the Mizner Plaza commercial strip next door since 1990. To be fair, I don't think the Batmasians had a 10-year time horizon or more in mind when they were buying the second parcel in 2013 with the U.S. Postal Service building on it. In 2018, when lease renewal talks began with the U.S. Post Office, the Batmasians and the U.S. Postal Service could not agree on lease renewal terms. It got serious enough to where the city of Boca Raton held a community meeting, and several small businesses claimed they relied on the post office's location. Others accused the Postal Service of wanting to close that location, but eventually the two sides worked out a new deal. So even now, if the project is approved, it means the post office will have to be relocated to somewhere else. And like many of the other residential developments in the area, the architectural engineers will have to be very creative if this project is approved to meet all the proposed criteria. For example, the building height in the area cannot exceed 160 feet, and more specifically, 140 feet plus an additional 20 feet for the architectural features. So in the case of parking accommodations, the Batmasians want to include an underground mechanical parking garage. And another real factor to consider when talking about more development is that Tower 155 is right next door, which was built just 3 years ago, and it borders Mizner Plaza directly to the south. And another hotel, Aledo Square, was just approved southwest of Tower 155. So in this particular area, known locally as Sanborn Square, the primary concern is that increasing development here will increase the congestion in downtown Boca Raton, which frankly is always the concern when we talk about new development projects, and rightfully so. How the Boca Raton city officials will rule on this new development project has yet to be seen.